So our first session was Mera Bharat Mahan. We were talking about the nationalism. We had talked about the evolution of Bharat. We had talked about the evolution of Rotary in India. Now we are going to listen to Magic of Indian Army. To introduce our next speaker, Major General Harpal Singh.
So, good afternoon everyone, distinguished guests, friends and delegates. First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you, and I really hope that you all will have a good time in this magical conference of the district conference. So now the time for some real-time Josh. So whenever we think of the brave soldier of our country, the only lines we hear, we don't seek fame or money. We seek only the glory of the tricolor. And it's the only thing that keeps us going in life. So ये वो जज्बा है जिससे इस देश का हर सिपाही हमारी रक्षा करता है and really keeps all of us safe. And it is indeed an honor and privilege to have among us a very decorated officer of the Army, Major General Harpal Singh ji, a distinguished officer of the Indian Army with over 36 years of service, commissioned in the Indian Army in June 1991. At present, he is serving as Director General at Engineers in Chief Branch at the Integrated Headquarters of the Ministry of Defence, and is spearheading initiatives to modernize and enhance operational efficiency of combat engineers. With a rich academic background, he has done his B.Tech in Civil Engineering from PEC Chandigarh, MSc in Defence and Strategic Studies from Madras Universities, and 2 MPhil degrees in Defence and Strategic Studies. He also has PG diplomas in Personnel Management, Industrial Relations, and advertising. His educational journey has been complemented by top-tier military training institutions such as Defence Services Staff College in Wellington, the Higher Command Course at the Army War College in Mount, and the National Defence Course in New Delhi. Throughout his distinguished military career, Major General Harpal Singh has had several key positions across both operational and strategic domains. As the Chief Engineer at Command Headquarters, where he managed a diverse portfolio of high-value infrastructure projects, this included overseeing end-to-end project management for key defence infrastructure such as runways, aviation bases, and townships. His leadership was instrumental in resolving critical project bottlenecks and navigating complex contractual challenges, ensuring timely completion and adherence to quality standards. Major General Harpal's career also includes an international experience, having served for a year with UN peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo. For his distinguished services, he was awarded the Vishesh Seva Medal by the President of India for exceptional devotion to duty and has received commendation from the Chief of the Army Staff for his act of gallantry in 1995 while serving at Kumbh. In addition, he has received 2 commendations for devotion to duty. It is indeed a privilege for us to have Major General Harpal Singh with us today. His career is a testament to the values of leadership, commitment and service to the nation, and we are fortunate to have him as a part of our community. And with his vast and versatile experience while in army, we couldn't have asked for a better speaker to give us an insight into the topic, the magic of army. So I present before you Major General Harpal Singh. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kapila, for this wonderful introduction. And it was short, and that's why I like it. And I'm conscious of the fact that I'm standing between you and the lunch. And let me tell you, I will be precise and to the point. Because where army can't afford to lose focus. Before I start, I just want to tell you about this video. It took me back 35 years. For all those people who don't know, that my elder sister is married to Dr. Grover, and when I was passing out from the same hotels, we call it as Antim Pak, the pipping was done by Dr. Grover. So it's a journey which has gone wrong, and I feel immensely proud that today he has given me the opportunity to talk to you. So I will stick to my script because I can't deviate since I am serving in the army. But I would like to ask any questions if you have at the end of the talk. So it's an honor to be here and talk to such distinguished Rotarian. And I was sitting and watching them. You have rich experience in the way Mr. Deepak Bora and Mr. Tankha, they have expressed their thoughts. I will try to synthesize both of them together. Because Mr. Bora has given you that vision of Bharat for which people like you and me are working. People like Mr. Tankha is working because we are making it happen. That's a manifesto he has spoken about. But who is making it happen? The people sitting here, we are part of that persons. So, as far as my interaction with Rotary is concerned, I am not a member. But in spite of that, I am aware of activities for many years. Because the entire household of mine, Dr. P.S. Grover and his brother, Mr. P.S. Grover, who is my father-in-law, they are into Rotary big time. And whenever I come home, that day in, day out, I am into Rotary as a observer. And for my father, who has actually nurtured Rotary, I was very delighted to hear Mr. Tankha's talk that if you have to make a difference, it is a Rotary which will make it happen. And let me tell you, my father-in-law has given his entire life to that. 40 years is not a small joke, and he is living Rotary every day. And his passion has not ended with him. His legacy has been passed on to his younger brother, Dr. P.S. Grover, who is in front of you, and Dr. Jaspreet Grover, who are taking this torch forward. And I'm sure they are going to do good in their life. The magic of Rotary. Now this, while I was hearing about it, I was not very sure what is this all about, because as I said, I'm not a member. So I did my Google part, so I went into that, and I realized that it was the theme which was given by the RA president, which is Stephanie Yarchik, and he said that, and he explained that what is the magic she is looking for. She said that magic is everything you do, every project you take, and I think it has been very nicely put across to by Mr. Tankha that how he has given so many projects in his home state and others, and he has created a magic. So I was very impressed with this theme as the magic of Rotary. And in today's world, grappling with turmoil and multiple fronts, we definitely need magic to set it right. But before I proceed further, like you have heard the word magic, but have you ever thought what is the definition of magic? So any one of you who opens his mobile and Googles it, so it is defined that magic is an art of using supernatural powers or creating illusions to produce effects that appear to defy natural laws. But is that the magic we are looking at? No. What magic is looking at in day-to-day life is to do small, simple or ordinary things that bring joy or a feeling of extreme delight. And that is what you and me are doing, to make Bharat the vision which was given to us. And let me tell you, my regards to you all, Rotarians, the way you all are giving selfless service through Rotary to bring cheer into the lives of many, you are spreading that magic in the community. And my salute to you. So, Dr. Grover has done a wonderful job in synthesizing this script that Dr. Mr. Gora was there, then Mr. Kantan is there, and I am here today. So, when he told me to speak on magic of army, it's, I started thinking, what is the magic in army? Like we all know, and you all know, magic is army is a profession of arms. Here you are there to train, to die one day for the country. So what is the magic in that? So when I deep dived into this thing, I realized the magic. And this is what I am here to share with you. So the first and the foremost thing is the magic that army creates towards the nation. It protects the country and it is the backbone of a nation security. Most of you would have seen pictures of the conflict zone today, that is the Ukraine, Gaza and Syria. You have seen the buildings which are devastated. Now this is where the army comes in. If you have a strong army, a professional army, a standing army, these things do not happen because army is a big deterrent value. And that is why, like today, anything which was being told you in the hall, you are confident of the fact there is somebody who is guarding you 24/7, 365 days. And let me tell you, guarding land border which is 15,000 kilometers and the coastline which is 7,500 kilometers, each part of it every day is not a joke, and we are doing it. Another aspect of army where the magic lies is you walk into your death on a word of command. Nowhere it happens. Like today, if I ask somebody who's not been trained into that part, come along with me, he's going to see what is the vested interest, or is it going to bring good to me? But no, in army you say you die, right? And that's what we don't think about it. The Indian army is full of stories of bravery, sacrifice and selflessness. Soldiers risk their lives to protect others, and their acts of courage can seem almost magical. Who can forget Captain Vikram Batra and his ever-haunting words when after a fierce, successful fight, when he was told, "What do you want?" and he said, "Ye dil mange more." The same which was quoted here. Vikram Batra has epitomized courage, resolve and sacrifice of highest order, and he is an example for all of us. And true recognition of such sacrifices, many tombstones in the war memorials across India and the world are inscribed with the following words. And please listen to carefully. When you go home, tell them about us and say that for your tomorrow we gave her today. So this was the magic of our nation, which army does. Now let's see what the magic it does to the people who join army. The uniform you wear today from the day one gives you a feeling of high, as it sets you apart and brings in some sort of exclusivity. And today that exclusivity is in front of you in a uniform black and turquoise. So that is how that gives you a feeling that you are different. People look at you with awe because they see you as an embodiment of duty, honor, service and sacrifice. And you are hugely respected for that. It becomes a way of life. Let me tell you, when I wear a uniform, my way of walking changes. I don't know what's there, but it is magical. Being part of army, you get that euphoric feeling that your life is complete in all respect. And what rings into your mind, tumhe paake jahan pa liya hai. And believe me, it's true. The training in army is designed to develop not just physical strength, but mental endurance and emotional resilience. These are the very qualities needed for effective decision making, adaptability and leadership. The transformation that happens to soldiers through structured trainings is nothing short of magic. When you are in the academy, after 1 year you are a changed person because you can endure any sort of hardship. In my own career, when I was in RR, one day we got mobilized to undertake an operation on some information, and we were told that it will last 6 hours. It lasted 48 hours. We had nothing. We literally boiled the grass into the water and eat and survived. Nothing happened. So that's the adaptability. Army way of life ensures resilience of body, mind and soul and conditioning to achieve miracles. Human accomplishment is only limited to human imagination. Today, its time is about 2 o'clock. If all of you think that the lunch is there, you start feeling hungry. But if you look at me, you get inspired, you will not. So please do that. So I was in army and the first day coming from engineering college, no exposure to physicals. So somebody took me for a run. It was just about 1 kilometer. And I said, as if I run a marathon. But after that training, we had to do a run back of 40 kilometers with 40 kgs of load and we had to complete it in 80. In 8 hours, we could do that and then we were relaxed. So that is the resilience which is taught. And that's when Mr. Deepak Bora, said that the going gets tough, the tough gets going. It is actually from it. The army gives you enough opportunity for learning and intellectual simulations. And somebody read out my biodata. So I have achieved so much of academic excellence by being part of army. It has given me many opportunities to pursue my passion, my hobbies, my academic requirements. They say travel is the greatest teacher. It opens your mind to new knowledge and the heart to new experiences. As part of army assignments, frequent transfers take you to the length and breadth of the country. And you can get exposure to different cultures, people and environment. All of which adds to your knowledge and transforms your personality. So if all you got this fruit wala phone, like when you open that, so there is a photograph which is, mosaic is there, which is a different part of the country. In my thing, it's all full because I've been across India. So the easternmost tip, the westernmost tip, the northernmost tip and the southernmost tip is all done. So that is courtesy army. Army is a profession which gives you multifaceted career. That gives you a sense of achievement. When we think of profession, we often consider factors like financial security, career growth and work-life balance. In army you get everything and beyond this also. I remember, about 20 years back, or even more than that, a senior officer remarked that he's looking for a match for his daughter and he's considering 3 things. That is the quality of life, the social status and the financial aspects. And I said, whatever combination I arrive, I am homing on to the army officer only because it is only in this profession you get everything in the right proportion. So this is something which is the beauty of army. As regards the families are concerned, they also enjoy being part of army because army is a one big family with excellent support system. It fosters a deep sense of brotherhood, making it one of the most tight-knit communities. Any sort of assistance is just a call away. My wife, Neeru, she stayed alone for 15 years, all thanks to safe cantonments, excellent support system and a large circle of friends who are more like a family. It's hard to believe the brotherhood that we enjoy in army. It's a very, very strange and a very, very comforting feeling. Some may argue that a career in army does not come with a hefty pay packets and it is the material world, and in this material world you require huge sums of money to live a good life and be happy. But here lies the catch. Money can't buy you happiness. Happiness is a state of mind and contentment is the key to happiness. End of the day, you all know you are going to go empty-handed, but still there is a feeling of accumulation. I don't know why. So enjoy what you have as there is no end to expectations. We have enjoyed in a tent as much as in a star hotel and the body adapts. So let me tell you here one example of my tenure in Congo. Well, I landed up there one had never seen the extreme poverty which I saw it there. It's extremely bad. But one thing was very strange. The people were very happy. The children were all smiling and they were dancing to glory. And on a weekend, there are small beer bars there. There is so much of activity there. So I wondered, then I asked somebody why they are partying when they have nothing. He says because whatever they earn, they want to burn it at the end of the week because they don't know whether they will be there or not because there is so much of violence there. So the man is happy without anything also. The children have nothing. He has not seen those, Amazon shops and other things where he'll try to give me that gift. He has not seen. All he has seen is the nature around it and he's finding happiness there. So that is the state of mind. Now here is a thread which I went down just to establish a connect between Army and Rotary. And beyond the Army's primary mission is to protect the country. The Army role extends far beyond the battlefield. And it is about nation building, humanitarian efforts, disaster relief and fostering peace. And I was very happy to see that picture of Border Roads guy repairing the road because it's a reality. And Border Roads happen to be one of the verticals of Corps of Engineers which I represent. And let me tell you, it is actually true that we are doing such noble work and hard work with quite ease. So the common thread between Army and Rotary. Well, if I ask you to write down commonly used words while thinking about activities that you do in Rotary, most of you will include one or more words like service, leadership, discipline, integrity, commitment, community, teamwork, compassion, humanitarianism, responsibility, empathy. Likewise, we think about the role of Army beyond battlefield. Similar words resonate in our mind. Service towards humanity and community is the common thread between the two organizations. In addition, service above self, which is the cornerstone of Rotary activities, somewhere finds a commonality with the Army, which draws its strength from the following checkbook motto engraved on the military academy. The safety, honor and welfare of your country comes first, always and every time. The honor, welfare and comfort of the men you command come next. Your own ease, comfort and safety come last, always and every time. And that is the essence of the existence of an army officer. Finally, I have a few lessons to share with you, but due to the paucity of time, I'll just hint upon only one or two. One thing is that, which is very close to me, is be a man of good character, good virtues and good values. And you don't have to have a false or a pseudo personality that dil mein kuch or bahar kuch. And in today's world it doesn't matter or it doesn't happen because if I take your mobile, your actual personality will come to me. So I quote an incident. So it was in year 1994. I vividly remember the date as 2nd October. I was a young captain out in the jungles of Kumbh and looking for a militant hideout. So we tried our best, but we were missing the hideout. But after a lot of effort, one of my leading scouts, he indicated, here is the hideout and the firefight started. And when the firefight starts, you don't know what is happening, everybody is firing and going on. But the short of it, we missed the militant, but we got the hideout. So we came back, I was in my camp, and that militant gives me a call because we were talking to him on the radio sets. Those were the times that day. So my call sign was Abdullah. So he called me and he said, so आप हमें ढूंढने आए थे? So he used to say, साथी आप हमें ढूंढने आए थे? I said, हाँ आए थे. तो बोला आपने एक पटका सा बांध रखा था, आपके आगे 2 आदमी थे. तो I said, yes, ऐसा था. बोला तुम मेरी बिल्कुल निशाने पे थे. So I said, you should have pulled the trigger. तो आप हमें गोली क्यों नहीं चलाई? अगर हम आपको देखते like I told him, अगर मैं आपको देखता मैं तो मारता because मैं तो उसी के लिए आया था. He said, I was about to pull the trigger, but then I remembered an incident because last week you had called my wife to your camp and she told me that बड़ी देर के बाद एक नेक आदमी मिले हैं. So that is where somebody gave me a line for my character. And the second thing I must tell you is your reputation. Let me tell you, today in this era of fast travel, your reputation travels faster than that. So wherever you are going to go, like somebody made a mention like when Mr. Raja Subramani was walking in, Dr. Grover had the urge to come here and say about him that he is such a grounded personality. You know, that is the reputation which has traveled ahead of him. He was 20 steps, but the reputation was here. So please make sure that please don't be hypocrite. Be what you are and be good. Your reputation will create wonders for you. The third lesson is that Kyo Sera Sera, that famous song, whatever will be, will be. So don't worry, be happy. And I am in army. I wanted to be in engineer, that's why I went there. I wanted to do engineering services. But one of my friends, he said, yeah, you are good in studies, you will find a career, I will not. So you take me to army and let me get enrolled in that. So he filled my form and I said, okay, Bangalore is an interview, we'll go have a holiday. So I reached over there, he never reached. Rest is history, I'm in army, he's a civil electrician. So whatever happens, we just enjoy that. Another thing which is there is that when we pass out from academy, so there is a run which we have to climb the mountains. So it's a very interesting mountain. It is a 7 tips, but when the base of it you start, you see only the 1 tip. And there is a reaction that you start running towards that tip. So you reach there, you are all, you are breathless, and suddenly once you reach there, you see another tip. And it happens, there are 7 tips. That is life. You know, you want to achieve something, but then the moment you say that will be worthless, there is another tip. You want to achieve a car, you get a Fortuner, then there is a Mercedes sitting over there. So my point is, life is like that. So don't worry, just carry on slowly, you will reach where you are. And the related point is, whatever you may do, imagine there is a white flag, we are all going to there, and that's your tombstone. Whatever we are doing today, ultimately it is a God's creation that we are walking into our death, which will happen one day, which is a reality. So why fret? So relax. And another thing is that don't count your funds, count your friends. And if I today tell you to close your eyes and just count your 10 good friends, I think some person will have a problem. So that is your real wealth. Because जब भी आपको कोई problem आती है, आज के टाइम पे सबसे पहले मोबाइल निकालते हैं और किसी को डायल करते हैं. And if you don't find an occasion to dial someone, what is your life about? So there are more I will not take because lunch is there. And I just want to sum it up by saying that to be part of Indian Army is a fulfilling way of life. It shapes individuals into leaders, instills resilience and offers a deeply rewarding journey filled with adventure, growth and pride. And I'm one such guy who's standing here who is absolutely proud of being in Army. And one gets a feeling that I am leading a life which is outstanding. So it is a satisfaction of a life well led. Given their shared values towards humanity, the Army and Rotary are similar. The core principles driving both organizations is the same: the spirit of service, leadership and a commitment for a better world. That, in my opinion, is where the real magic lies. Let us lead with integrity, serve with dedication and uplift those around us. I thank you all for being such good audience. Those who have massaged there at the outset, they have missed something worthwhile. Never mind, they will have their own way. I must say that it has been an absolute privilege to be standing here today among esteemed Rotarians. May you remain committed with a strong belief in something greater than yourself. Jai Hind.
Just to honor Major General Harpal, please come. Major General Harpal and Neeru, please convene.
Yes, sir.
I was in Nagpur last week.
Yes, sir. Yes. हाँ जी सर.
नहीं हो possible.
मैम आइए प्लीज नाइस टू सी यू आफ्टर
Good afternoon, friends. I think it's my privilege
You came to my conference room.
that I have been given the opportunity to say a vote of thanks